on, they hid his photos, y'all. Did you know the Cajun Navy? I told y'all about the Cajun Navy. What I remember about the Cajun Navy, they said when they saw Nolan's body, it did not look waterlogged. It did not look like he was drowned. It didn't look like it was water in his lungs, okay? And these people, they see this type of activity in the water all the time, so they would know. Man, I'm so mad at him. He took photos of Nolan Wells' body when he discovered it. He got photos. He said, well, I wasn't taking pictures of the body, but I took pictures and the body happened to be in the photos. Okay, you got him. He said, well, I didn't want to give him to his mama because I didn't think it was the appropriate time and I didn't want to cause her more grief. Man, what are you talking about? Send her the picture. Stop hiding it. He hid onto the photos. Now, after how many weeks? He's talking about, well, if they want the photos, I'll give them the photos. I didn't realize that the state of Mississippi was going to give them a hard time. Man, we in Mississippi. You dealing with a black family. What is wrong with y'all? Honey, I got this video I want to play with you guys by TMZ. Afterwards, you know I'm going to do my commentary. So I need you guys to comment. I want to know y'all thoughts about this. Are y'all ready to dive in? Let's do it. All right. So I'm going to put this up, put this down here, bring this up. Check this out, okay? Let me play. Take it. Let me take it from the top.
When you observed his body being found, did you take any images or document that moment?
So I started taking images of the scene on the ground. There were several law enforcement boats and personnel. And later on, when I looked at the pictures and zoomed in, I noticed that you could actually see the body laying on the shoreline in those pictures. I was not trying to take a picture of the body at the time. It ended up being captured in the wide angle.
And what exactly do you see in the photos?
I see a body that matches the description of Nolan Wells, laying face down at the shoreline right at the water's edge. And he was wearing swim trunks and, was, not moving, obviously. He just looked like he was sleeping on the beach.
Now knowing that the family...
Now, hold up. Wait. Can we run that back? Now, you notice he said that they found Nolan Wells. They did not find him in the water. He said it was on the beach. Well, on the sand. It was on land. It was on land right at the edge of the water. He's face down at the edge of the water. Isn't that strange? They went there the other day, the day before, the 6th, the 5th. They ain't see nothing. All of a sudden on the 6th, he's face down on land right at the edge of the water. Now, they said that he had a shirt on. Now, this guy said he didn't mention no shirt. Mention the shirt. Okay, mention the shirt. And clearly the picture is probably graphic if, they're not showing him, honey. You know what I'm saying? But ain't that something? Isn't that something? All right. I just have to point that out.
Looking for any information about his body being discovered that day and washing up on shore, do you plan to hand over these photos and these images to the family or to their team?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's obviously images that I hope that his family never has to see. However, anything, and I'm going to repeat this, anything that Christine and Elmore want from the United Cajun Navy, we will not tell them no. We will give them whatever they want, anytime they want. All they have to do is ask.
So once they ask you, you will then hand over anything that you do have and any information that you have from that day.
That's correct.
Why didn't your team communicate to the family about what you saw that day?
Yeah, I just didn't think that it would be helpful to his mom as she was just finding out that her son was dead. That I saw the body. Human curiosity is going to probably ask me to describe what I saw, and I just think that would have made it worse. Certainly wasn't trying to hide anything from her. And as a matter of fact, I was 400 feet in the air, and there was plenty of law enforcement on the scene right there with his body. So anybody could have, described what they saw and what they saw up close. Now, later on, I found out that they were not given access to the body and all that kind of stuff. And maybe could have been helpful if I just told them a little bit that I knew, but I didn't know that at the time.
Woo! Woo! Did y'all see that? What are y'all thoughts about that? What are y'all thoughts, folks? Man, when I tell you this stuff is just getting weird and weird and weird. How do you guys feel about him not giving them pictures? I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Y'all, I don't like it. What are y'all thoughts? Woo! I need every single one of y'all to just stop what y'all doing at this point. Just stop what y'all doing. I need y'all to put the phone down if y'all scrolling. Turn the stove off if you're cooking. Tell your man to wait if he talking. Because when I tell y'all, these white heroes been playing us from jump. This, honey. So we've been riding for Nolan Wells. 18-year-old boy from Mississippi found dead on Horn Island, Devil Horn Island, from day one, right? From the very first day. The system been treating us like we stupid. I'm talking about from the police, the sheriff, the coroner, the friends, the investigators, every last one of them. And now we got another one, another white face that came in smiling, talking about we here to help. Talking about we on the family side. Talking about we the United Cajun Navy. And we care about justice. Honey, I've been telling y'all. And I keep telling y'all until my voice give out. These people ain't never on our side. They just wear different masks, different uniforms, different nonprofit t-shirts. But the mission is all the same. Keep the black family in the dark. Keep the black mama crying. Keep the black community confused while they hold all the cards. The United Cajun Navy. Yeah, them. The search and rescue. White folks been all up in Nolan Wells coverage, right? Acting like they the saviors of this story. The ones y'all been seeing on the news, on the interviews, on the social media, looking all concerned, looking all helpful, looking like they woke up that morning just dying to help a black family find justice. Honey, they had pictures of Nolan's body from the day he was found. Laying face down at the water edge, swim trunks on, 18 years old and dead in Mississippi shoreline, and they got it on camera. And they ain't tell his black mama? No. They ain't tell his black mama. Let me run this back exactly how this white man said it, word for word, because the way he said it, all calm, collected, almost bored, tell you everything you need to know about who he really is. He said, and I quote, "I started taking images of the scene on the ground. There were several law enforcement boats and personnel. And later on, when I looked at the pictures, I zoomed in and I noticed that you could see the body land on the shoreline in those pictures. Oh, I was just taking pictures of the scene, the boats, the personnel, the pretty Mississippi water, and then oopsie daisy, there was a black dead boy in my wide angle. How did that get there? And then when they asked him what exactly he saw, he said, "I see a body that matches the description of Nolan Wells laying face down at the shoreline right at the water's edge. And he was wearing shrimp trunks and, was not moving, obviously. It just looked like he was sleeping on a beach." Didn't he say that, y'all? Press 5 if he said that. Sleeping on the beach, man. A 18-year-old black boy dead on the shore of Mississippi. And this white man got the damn nerve, the unminute gall to say he looked like he was sleeping. Like this was some vacation photo. Like this was, oh, look at little Timmy napping by the ocean. Like this wasn't a child who got taken from a black family by somebody. He's still walking free right now because the killer's still walking free. Honey, then they asked them the question that matters. The only question that matters. Do you plan to hand over the photos to the family? And this white man, this hero, this is what he said. Yeah, I mean, look, those obviously images that I hope his family never has to see. I hope his family never has to see. Then he tried to clean it up, try to make himself look like the good white man. Said, however, anything I gotten, repeat this, anything that Christine and Elmore won from the United Cajun Navy, we will not tell them no. We will give them whatever they want, anytime they want. All they have to do is ask. What? All they have to do is ask. Christine Wells been asking for how many weeks? How many weeks, y'all? She been begging for how many weeks? How many days? She been on every platform, every interview, every news station pleading for somebody, anybody to tell her what happened to her baby. And you sitting here talking about all they have to do is ask. Like she ain't been screaming into the void while y'all just sat on evidence in your white hands, okay? But wait, it gets worse. It gets worse. They asked him, why didn't you tell the family? Why didn't you reach out? Why didn't you do the one thing a decent human being would do? He said, I just didn't think that it would be helpful to his mother as she was just finding out that her son was dead, that I saw the body. Human curiosity gonna probably ask me to describe what I saw. And I just think that would have made it worse. Honey, he didn't think it would be helpful to his black mama as she was just finding out her son was dead. So let me get this straight. White man from United Cajun Navy, you got a photographic evidence of a dead black boy's body at the crime scene, and you decide for his black mama what she can and what she can't handle? You decide she's too fragile, she's too broken, she's too black to handle the truth. You decide to protect her from the truth like she is some child who can't handle grown up folks' business? Where? Let me tell you, where have I heard this from? I'm asking y'all, where have I heard this before? Oh yeah. Every single time a black person dies, white folks decide the black family don't need to know everything. Don't need to know nothing at that point. Protect the family. Don't upset the mother. Let the professionals handle it. We know what's best for y'all. We just know what's best for all of y'all. Meanwhile, the professionals, the ones who lied about how he died, the professionals, the one who said he drowned when the autopsy says otherwise, the professionals, the ones who let this so-called friends, white boys, by the way, let's not forget that, walk around free while his black mama's still trying to get some answers. But Mr. United Cajun Navy, you decided what Christine Wells could handle. You gonna play God with a grieving black mother right now? And then he hit us with it wasn't my fault routine. Yeah, he said, certainly wasn't trying to hide anything from her. As a matter of fact, I was 400 feet in the air, and there was plenty of law enforcement on the scene right there with his body. So anybody could have described what they saw. Oh, so it wasn't your responsibility. It was somebody else's job to tell the Black family. You was just up there in your white helicopter talking your little pictures, and it was law enforcement job to do the right thing in Mississippi. The same law enforcement in Mississippi that lied to the family. The same law enforcement in Mississippi that blocked them from seeing their son. The same law enforcement in Mississippi that still ain't giving no answers, still holding the autopsy. That's who you was waiting on. The same system that killed him, Nolan Wells. And then, honey, the cherry on top with this whole rotten Sunday, honey, he said, later on, I found out that they were not given access to the body and all that kind of stuff. And maybe it could have been helpful if I just told them the little bit that I know, but I didn't know that at the time. So now you want to act like you just a bystander, huh? Like you didn't know the system was blocking this Black family at every turn. Everybody knew it. The whole internet knew it. We've been screaming about how Mississippi wasn't letting that Black mama see her son, wasn't giving her answers, wasn't doing a proper investigation. And you got evidence in your phone and you sitting on it like a vacation photo you forgot to damn post. Look, he ended that interview saying, anything Christine and Elmore want, we will not tell them no. But the damage is already done. The time is already lost. The evidence is already set in some man's camera roll while a Black mama cried herself to sleep not knowing what her baby looked like when they found him. They have to discover him by his dental records, remember, y'all? This is why I don't trust nobody in these cases. Not the white police, not the rescue team, not the white helpers, not the allies, not the nonprofits, nobody. Because you know what? Because everybody want to be the hero until it's time to actually help a Black family. Then they got excuses. Then they got, I didn't know. Then they got, I was just trying to protect her. Protect her from what? The truth? The truth about her own son? Wake up, my people. They ain't coming to save us. They never was. The police ain't saving us. The rescue team ain't saving us. The helpers ain't saving us. The only people who gonna ride for us is us. Christine Wells been out here fighting alone. Elmore Wells been out here fighting alone. And every time some white face come in talking about we here to help, honey, we better start asking, help who? Help us? Or help the system look like it cared? Because from where I'm sitting, honey, they all on the same team. And we the only ones on ours. Okay?